Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Numbers here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode we're going to be playing some more games with the Madness Vampires. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than last time, but to start off with, a couple of deck changes. So I've added in an additional copy of Olivia's Bloodsworn, reduced down the copies of Murderous Compulsion by 2, and increased the number of Bloodmad Vampires up to 4. So that's just those deck changes to start off with, but let's go find our first game. Okay guys, here we are for game number 1. So we're playing the rank 21 4 squares, so let's see what we've got here. I'm actually going to keep this hand, it doesn't look too bad. That guy mulliganed down twice very quickly there. Yeah, we've got the Lightning Axe into a potential Fiery Temper, something like that. We've also got an Incorrigible Youths. Ooh, very nice. We've actually managed to find ourselves an Heir of Falkenrath, which is pretty good. So providing we can find a third mana, we could potentially be looking at turn 3 Heir of Falkenrath's Incorrigible Youth swing, which is quite nice. Okay, he's got Kythian, so fairly good card. Becoming more used since the introduction of like the kind of the human synergy. So yeah, we found our third mana, so we can do an Incorrigible Youths into Heir of Falkenrath into Heir of Knight Incorrigible Youths play. Could also think about maybe destroying Kythian as well if we wanted to, with something like a Fiery Temper. So he's just going to swing with him. Skip blocking for now. See what he plays. So hopefully we're just playing like another aggressive deck would be quite nice here. So we've got 2/3 Citadel Castellan. We do have the Murderous Compulsion potentially taken down with like maybe Lightning Axe or something like that later on. So we're going to drop the Swamp for now. We're going to discard Incorrigible Youths. Confirm you. So then we're going to be able to swing for 6 here. I'm assuming he probably won't block. Because we've got the 4th mana and the 2nd red mana, luckily now we can trigger something like Lightning Axe and Murderous Compulsion on the same turn, which is quite nice. Also got the double red for Fiery Temper if we just need to cast it as an ordinary spell. So we did take him down by 7 there as he elected not to block. So this turn upcoming, we may be thinking about doing something like Lightning Axe and Murderous Compulsion. So he's going to swing with this one, which will renown too, but we do have the Lightning Axe to deal with it, which is fine by me. So do we destroy the Skyhunter Skirmisher? I think the answer to that question is a resounding yes. So we are going to Lightning Axe. You. Now discard a card and we are going to go for the Fiery Temper. Yes, that's thank you very much. We are going to destroy the Skyhunter Skirmisher. We could also think about Murderous Compulsioning the Kythian as well. Would that be a good play? Reason I wanted to get... there we go. He's just upright decided to leave the game. So already, game number 1 is in the bag. Let's move on to game number 2. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2. We're playing the rank 20 Kenshiro 50. So what kind of opening hand have we got? I don't actually mind this hand. I mean, it's not too bad. So I think we'll just start off with a Swamp, then a Forest, and then hopefully we'll draw into one of our Madness Labelers. If not, we'll just be playing out Olivia Mobilized for War later on. So yeah, I'm now rank 21. We're playing, yeah, Kenshiro 50. Okay, looks like we're playing, at the moment, Mono White Humans, as we've got the Expedition Envoy down. He has foiled this card, so I don't see how people can afford to foil cards, but hey ho. So we do have a Madness trigger in the Lightning Axe, which is quite nice. So depending on what he plays out this turn, we could think about Lightning Axing and then deploying a Bloodmad Vampire, or maybe just playing out Olivia Mobilized for War. So he's just going to swing with the Expedition Envoy. That's fine. It's only 2 health at this stage of the game. It's not too bad. Does have Anointer of Champions, so can give a target creature +1/+1 until end of turn. About the Smoldering Marsh. Yeah, we'll go for the Olivia Mobilized for War here. Don't really have a decent target for Lightning Axe yet, so see what he's got. So this is looking like mono white. I know Covert Go Blue, another kind of YouTuber slash Twitch guy, the content creator, he did come up with a mono white deck which did involve Anointer of Champions. Okay, yeah, we've got Tali's Lieutenant down, so we almost certainly want to get rid of you if possible. So he's going to swing with just the 3-2. So we will skip blocking. And he's probably going to Anointer of Champions it. Yep, that was as what I was expecting. So we could do with taking you out, ideally. So, ooh, we do have a Heir of Falkenrath, which is quite nice. So if we drop you... If I drop you and then put the +1/+1 counter on you, could I then also play out a Bloodmad Vampire as well? That's a distinct possibility. So if I drop you... would it get haste? Yeah, I can drop you this turn, which will then force me to discard a card, and I can then play Bloodmad Vampire as well. So yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna play you. Yes, I would like to put a +1/+1 counter on it. So then we will also play out Bloodmad Vampire. I could also give this haste and a +1/+1 counter. These are very tempting. And then just toss away something like the mountain, which we don't necessarily need. Yeah, I'll toss away the mountain. And then just swing with all of these guys. So that's a pretty big swing here. So that is 3, 6, 13. So yeah, he's down to 9 now. I mean, we're going to take, what, 5 or 6 ourselves, but we do have a Lightning Axe, we do have an Incorrigible Youths for next turn, which we can play out both of these. So depending on what he plays out, we could destroy the Tali's Lieutenant. So that was a pretty good swing for us there. Finding the... not finding anything really, it was just... Oh, sorry, finding the Heir of Falkenrath was quite nice. We've also got this as a Madness trigger later on if we need it as well. He's trying to decide what to do now. He's like, what's he got? What should I do? I don't know. So yeah, this is almost just proving that, like, last episode my luck was just not with me. It was like I tried playing some games later on in the evening, the exact same thing happened. I just kept tilting harder and harder and harder, and I just eventually just played some AI games and it all went fine. So he has played out an Amperin Tactician, so we are going to take 10 damage here. Okay, so he has just elected just to swing with these two. So we'll take, what was that, 7? So we go down to 7 ourselves. Let's have a quick think about this. So we can swing for 7 ourselves this turn, taking down to 2. We can also potentially Lightning Axe. So if we swing with everything here, he would have to block the Bloodmad Vampire, and then we just kill something like the Tali's Lieutenant. We can also Oh no, we just got lethal. We've just got lethal, I think, because what we can do is watch this, guys. So we Lightning Axe. For example, you discard a card, play out Incorrigible Youths, which we can now play for 3, and then we just swing with everything. Do we put a +1/+1 counter on it? Does it really matter? I'm trying to think. No, we won't put a +1/+1 counter on that one. But we will, however, flip you. Make you flying. So we definitely push through 7. He can only block one of these, so therefore we push through all the damage. Whew. I was just like, oh, can we actually win this turn? I was like, hang on a minute. If we play out the... forgot we had the Incorrigible Youths and the Madness trigger. There we go. Excellent. Cool. Let's move on to game number 3. Okay, guys. Here we are for the... third game. I don't know if it's going to be the final game yet. We'll see how it goes. But what have we got here then? I actually quite like this hand. Mostly because we've got the Olivia's Bloodsworn, we've got the Madness trigger in the Call the Bloodline, 1 more mana, and we're looking pretty good actually. So yeah, we're playing the rank 34 stuff. We're just going to say. There we go. So we got the blooming out. That was a weird graphical glitch there. It's like the mana was like slamming it down on the play table. My virtual me was like, ah, a mountain. Okay, so this guy has done nothing so far. So red-green, so I'm almost thinking either like ramp or like, what's I'm looking for? Ramp or landfall kind of deck, maybe? It's obviously probably quite a good deck, as he is rank 34. So yeah, we're sitting at rank 22 at the moment. Just like to double check what I'm at sometimes. Okay, so he's played a Sylvan Ranger, so this is definitely some kind of ramp deck, I'd assume. Would like to get Bloodmad Vampire down at some point, but we will be able to give it first strike with the Stensia Masquerade at some point. Ooh, we do have the Smoldering Marsh, so I'm going to play out Call the Bloodline this turn. And then just swing with Olivia's Bloodsworn. There we go. So this is what I really like about Call the Bloodline is the fact it's not only a madness trigger, but it's like a madness trigger which does generate extra creatures for you as well, which is really useful. So just generating that like critical mass of vampires, maybe a blocker with lifelink is always quite nice. So next turn I've got the choice between either Bloodmad Vampire or Stensia Masquerade. I'm thinking Stensia Masquerade, reason being is that I can then start pumping up my Olivia's Bloodsworn. Is he going to swing with the Sylvan Ranger? I assume so. Okay, maybe not. Interesting choice. So he had nothing to play on turn 4. Very nice. We've actually got ourselves a free madness triggerer now, but I am going to pay 1. Bring in Stensia Masquerade. Do have a second one of those as well, which is awesome. So we'll get one of these down now. Then I'm thinking maybe Bloodmad Vampire. Come on. There we go. So this will go to a 3-2. And it's only going to keep getting bigger as well. Especially if we, for example, were to go for a second Stensia Masquerade. It will get pumped up by +2/+2 every turn it connects, which is awesome. Do have ourselves a lovely little Vampire Knight as well. Which does have first strike against a potential Sylvan Ranger clash, so when attacking, of course. And he's got a Rolling Thunder. Okay, so it's a shame that Olivia's Bloodsworn isn't going to hang around much longer, but so I'm thinking Ravenous Bloodseeker and then dropping in a Bloodmad Vampire on my end step with it. I mean, we won't get the Call the Bloodline out of it, but we can then maybe use Stensia Masquerade next turn with it, so works for me. Ooh, we've even got a Crazed Neonate, which is quite nice. So we want to save at least 1 or 2 creatures back for yeah, so we're going to keep you there, then just madness in Bloodmad Vampire. Do have potential Avacyn's Judgment for later on. It's like a poor man's Rolling Thunder. So I'm just wondering what he's got. Like, I'm assuming he's got some big creatures he wants to play. What's he up to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. So, okay, we've got a Sylvan Advocate. 4/5 Vigilance, because he's got more than 6 lands, so pretty terrifying. Do have a potential Avacyn's Judgment though, so I'm going to madness out my Bloodmad Vampire. So no, I should have waited until he swung with the Sylvan Ranger. It didn't really matter too much, I'm going to be honest. I thought it was his end step for some reason. My brain's gone. It's a Friday. Forgive me, guys. It's going out on Monday, this is, but I'm recording this on a Friday as I'm going away for the weekend and don't have time to record before Monday, so I'm assuming he's probably going to swing with the Sylvan Ranger now. Which he is not. Okay. Okay, so we could, for example, bring in the Incorrigible Youths here. Or we hold open... So what I want to do is I want to swing with these two. If he blocks the 4/1 with the 4/5, for example, I'm going to use Avacyn's Judgment to deal 1 point of damage to it with maybe like a Call the Bloodline, maybe? Okay, so is he doing anything else? He is not. So we're going to trigger you. Toss away Avacyn's Judgment. Confirm. 1, 2, 3. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3, like so. So because this has got... Oh, what's he got now? Has he got some kind of combat trick? Was this a big old waste? Or is he just realising this is going to die? Please say he hasn't got a combat trick. Or is he just being a troll? Is he trying to figure out how to get out of this? Fiery Conclusion deals 5 damage to target creature. Okay, so he's just put that straight on the stack, slammed it down, going to kill my Bloodmad Vampire. Nope, he decided not to do that. Okay, that's interesting. He is going to do that. Make your mind up, mate. We ain't got all day here. Okay, so did you have to sacrifice a creature to do that? He did by the looks of things. Yeah. So we are going to deal 3 damage to his face. Which will pump this up to a 4-1. Yeah, 4-2, sorry. Very nice. So it would have been nice if we could have killed that. Wasn't expecting Fiery Conclusion, to be honest. So, oh my god, he's popped out a Plated Crusher, you know, something that we can't really deal with. I'm guessing he's going to swing with that, as we can't do anything. So we could do with one of our flyers, ideally. Like our Olivia's Bloodsworn back would be nice. So yeah, at the moment, we're in a little bit of trouble. And that does not help at all, so... I mean, we can kill that next turn with the Call the Bloodline potentially. So I'm thinking maybe just Insolent Neonating. What do we do? Don't really want to do Incorrigible Youths this turn. So if we just kind of like move on, skip attack. So we could kill that one. We could also kill this one with everything as well. Is that a bit of a waste, almost? This one will tap, so... I think this is looking down like a little bit of a loss. I think if we still had our flyer, we'd be alright. But because we don't have our flyer, it's like we don't have any way of like going over his head. So we could really do with something like Olivia's Bloodsworn or Heir of Falkenrath, something like that. Just to kind of get over his head with like a double Stensia Masquerade. Act of Treason. Okay, which one's the Act of Treasoning? So that one. That's not good. So how much damage is that going to do? That's going to deal 7. And then he can just like... How much damage can he do with that? I've got it as a 2-4, so he can do 5 damage with it. So he's going to do a reasonable whack with that. So there's nothing I could have done about that, unfortunately. Just trying to figure out how much damage he can do here. So he's going to swing with everything. So we're going to pause here. Discard a card. Grab another Stensia Masquerade, I think. Play it out now, just because we can. Did he pause it? Nope, he's just... Yeah, he did pause it, sorry. So we'll grab ourselves an additional blocker. So we are just going to block you, I think. Take 9, 10. He can actually kill this one. I've just realised he can actually kill my Ravenous. What I should have done was just kill that. I've just realised he can just attack for 5 and then kill it by minusing it again. I hope he doesn't realise that. Can he only trigger it once per turn? Nope, he can do it twice. So yeah, he's going to just kill that one this turn. Which I completely hadn't thought about. So I could have actually just nuked that straight away. But my brain wasn't working, apparently. It'd be funny if he didn't remember that. So he, like I say, he could just kill that now? Yeah, he remembered. Damn it! It's like, why? What are we going to get? Another Insolent Neonate? I'm tempted to... We'll drop you. We'll put the Incorrigible Youths down. There we go. We do draw a card from that. Please do something good. Oops, he didn't want me to pause it there. Itchy left thumb. Heir of Falkenrath, you've come too little too late, I'm afraid. I think we're basically dead at this point, so I'm just trying to think here, what can I do? Just play out an additional Insolent Neonate, try and... Because, like, even if we kill that one... So we essentially have to... Are we dead here? Just because if I block that... Alright, let me just add this up. So if I double block that one, I'm dead. If I single block that one with an Insolent Neonate and throw the Incorrigible... I think I'm just... At this point, I'm just dead. Yeah, I can only block 3 damage this turn. And I'm assuming he might have some kind of burn spell, maybe. And we could also, like, go for a Call the Bloodline as well. You know, gains us a life. But I think at this point, this game's probably over. So he's going to swing with the 7-6 and the 4-5 now. So he's going to swing like so. So we block you and do that. So Daisy, what am I doing? So I'm going to... Come on. There we go. I'm going to discard Heir of Falkenrath. At this point, it's completely useless. Lightning Axe would have helped a couple of turns ago, unfortunately. So unless we get my spell, which basically destroys a tapped creature, I think we're dead. Well, we're probably dead anyway, because we can't actually take out the Elvish Visionary as well, because we're only on 1 health. So a Lightning Axe would have been useful quite a few turns ago. We can actually do... No, we're dead at this point because we can't stop this trample damage. Okay, so I think we'll do one last game. I think we've got time. Okay, guys, here we are for the final game of today. We're playing the rank 30 Bell 03 by the looks of things. So I'm going to keep this hand. It's not too bad an opening hand. Do have Insolent Neonate. We've got Ravenous Bloodseeker, Stensia Masquerade. Yeah, this is a good hand. It's got plenty of Madness Triggerers and plenty of Madness. So plenty of Madness cards with Madness Triggerers. So it's all good. So I think we'll play you out. So we'll drop the Olivia's Bloodsworn. Got our 3rd mana, which is quite nice. So we can potentially flash in Stensia Masquerade later on with the Ravenous Bloodseeker, which I probably want to play out next turn. Okay, we've got a Lampholt Pacifist, so can't attack unless you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Okay. So we'll drop ourselves the Mountain, we'll drop ourselves the Ravenous Bloodseeker. Do I give it haste? There's no point giving it haste, so I may as well just drop an Insolent Neonate. I don't know why I even did that there. My god, my brain has just stopped. So we've got a werewolf. I don't know if it's like... I don't think there's such a thing as green-blue werewolves, but whatever. So we'll play you out. Ready for Stensia Masquerade next turn, potentially. Wonder if he's going to transform that, maybe? I mean, I could have almost gone for Insolent Neonate last... just that, and then gone for maybe Bloodmad Vampire. He played Fork in the Road. Search your library for 2 basic land cards and reveal them. Put one in your hand and the other in your graveyard. Okay, so it's a bit like Nissa's Revelation, except one goes in the graveyard, does it? Okay, interesting. You get to search up for 2 lands though, so... Okay, so we'll drop the Mountain. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to swing with all of these. If he decides to block this one... Well, we're gonna use Stensia Masquerade regardless, so he's gonna block, and then what we're gonna do is flash in the Stensia Masquerade. I'm fairly sure there's nothing. He just outright left the game. Okay, so interesting. He just kind of rage quit there. I'll take that. Nice, nice easy victory there earlier on. Okay, back up to rank 22, which is good. Ah, excellent. We've got 3 packs we can open as well. So, how are we doing? We've got 17 packs left to open, so we're almost there now, guys. Only need 2,500 gold to actually finish the set, so... oh, only another 2,000 gold, sorry. So we should have that, you know, probably in the next, like, week or so. And then we're basically just saving up for Eldritch Moon, which is awesome. I don't think this is, like, the most I've kind of, like... This is going to have, like, the most amount of gold, or... by the time we start saving up for Eldritch Moon, I think I should have basically the entire pack unlocked, or enough gold to unlock it straight away, and then it will then tumble over. So that's quite nice because of that like massive gap between Battle for Zendikar and this current one. It's been quite nice. Okay, what we got here then? Fall of the Titans. Okay, deals X damage to up to 2 target creatures and or players. Okay, we've got Visions of Brutality. We've seen that before. Mind Melter. Isolation Zone. Lead by Example. Saddleback Lagak. We're going to get Kozilek. Nope. We've got Thought Not Seer. Spatial Contortion. Sweep Away. I've seen a lot of these before, I think. So just one pack left to buy today. So yeah, we need 2,100 gold to finish off the entirety of Oath of the Gatewatch, which is quite nice. Hissing Quagmire, green and black, which can turn into a 2/2 Death Touch Elemental. Mind Melter. Reality Hemorrhage, deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Not too bad. More of Kozilek we've seen before. Okay, so not the best packs, but hey ho, we're getting there, we're almost done. So I'll leave it here for now. 3 victories out of 4 is not a bad result for today compared to last time. So as always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.